Samity Samtastic, back with more Guild Wars 2 and Sylvari shouting, and what are you even? Another Sylvari? Yeah, I just got Sylvari just trying to ruin this whole broadcast here. So yeah, how's it going, everybody? It's been a while since I've done any uploads, I know, and instead of trying to give some long-winded explanation as to why, and there are a number of reasons, like I was out of town seeing my brother over the holidays. That was cool. I'm back now, and I can make more videos. So today we're going to be looking at the 12 jumping puzzles of Wintersday. It actually has nothing really to do with Winter's Day. Instead, it's one of the things that always shows up in the monthly every time. You have to do 12 jumping puzzles in order to complete it, and I find it to be one of the more enjoyable ones. I don't know, a lot of people seem to struggle with doing jumping puzzles, so I'm going to just kind of go through the jumping puzzles that I do on a regular basis that I find to be particularly easy. This one I don't really find to be super duper easy, but there's very little risk because you just don't. I guess that hole, when you drop into it, if you miss it, you can die. You can actually die and fall in the water dead, which is really embarrassing because then you have to walk that whole way all over again. You know, it happens. But I'd like to start with the difficult ones first. There are a couple jumping puzzles that I'm confident I can do without too much stress or difficulty, but they're just not as easy as some of the others. I kind of have a system, which doesn't necessarily involve checking what the jumping puzzles are on the wiki, because I can kind of glance around and see. But we'll start with the hardest for me, hardest first, but since I've done this one a lot, it might end up not being the hardest. This is the tricky spot right here. You very carefully tap forward until your head shows up, and then you can jump up on it. That's the trick that had me frustrated for a very long time. I would yell at my computer, type in all caps to my guild, that fun stuff. Yep. Let's go right there, and then of course you accidentally walk off of this ledge right here. You ruin all of your hard work as well. So lots of straining, pain, and frustration involved here. We're not actually doing that great in World versus World right now, but for whatever reason we get gatherer bonuses, which I've never completely understood. So there we are, Troll's End, whatever it's called. I'm going to go ahead and in the description I'm going to timestamp each of these puzzles so that you can easily get to whichever ones you're actually interested in seeing. I know I've done this one on video before. Daily! I already finished the daily, so that doesn't matter. I do have a video of this up already, but we're gonna... I don't remember if there are any others that I've shown on video, so here we'll pop over to this waypoint. Incidentally, there are 3 jumping puzzles in Lion's Arch. None of them are too horribly difficult, but I will discuss each little bit of thing about each one if there are any particular difficulties, any things that I've figured out through the time that I've done them. I'll mention that. Keep in mind, when any jumping puzzle that you do, you can do without any speed buffs as long as you stay out of combat. Some of the jumping puzzles do have enemies and other traps and stuff that'll put you technically in combat, and that does slow your movement speed by like 30%, 33%, I think. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not certain. But just keep in mind that as long as you're not in combat, you can complete any jumping puzzle without any speed boost. That said, I do use a speed boost on this character. I'm using the Signet of the Locust, which gives me 25% passive speed boost. So I do move slightly faster. I think it's better to have a passive speed boost for doing jumping puzzles than it is to rely on... Ooh, that was a failure. Than it is to rely on something like swiftness, just because it's more consistent, and consistence is really good. Consistency. consistency is really helpful for jumping puzzles, to have consistent movement speed. I actually do better with slower characters than I do when some jerk runs up and is like, everybody in the area should have swiftness so they can screw this up. So there we are, we did Troll's End, which was named such because that troll was dead. I always thought this was Troll's End until I really looked at it closely, because there are trolls down at the bottom, but it's not. It's, what's this one called? I got it right here. It is Lion's Arch, Urmaug's Secret. And then we're going to go to Weyandt. Why would they even spell it that way? W-E-Y-A-N-D-T. Weyandt's Revenge. I give up. So that one's, it's a bit tricky. It's got a couple spots in it that are kind of tricky. It was kind of fun because it was one of the first puzzles I figured out. I actually don't remember which jumping puzzle I tackled first. The first one that I ever saw in anyone's videos, I think it was with Total Biscuit. He was doing, it was whichever one is in, I think it's Plains of Ashford. There is a jumping puzzle, yep, right here, and that was the first one that I ever saw footage of. So that was kind of cool. I got super excited because jumping puzzles are actually kind of neat and I like them a lot. And this one's always tricky because it doesn't matter how many times you do it, the camera still doesn't help at all getting through those little caves. Sharkmaw Caverns. I just refer to this one as the Sharkmaw jumping puzzle. Weyandt. It's got that annoying guy that shouts at you about stuff. Share of my plunder. They did change it so that you no longer take falling damage until you reach the bottom. It's ironic that as I say that I take falling damage. But it didn't kill me, so we're okay. We are okay. One of the things that really helps is having a light source. In this case, I like to just use this burning backpack because it's easy enough, and I don't get a torch on Necromancer. But if you do have a character class that can use a torch, I recommend grabbing one to do this, and you'll see why for certain a little bit later here, because there's a dark room, and the dark room is a huge pain if you can't see what you're doing. You can cheat by like throwing marks on the ground, because then you can see where the spots are. Hug the left wall, and you'll hear that guy say that later, but when he says it, you don't do it. Just hug the left wall here though, and you're done. Easy. And alright, the water does not wash you down. One would expect in real life it would, and I think like this is my preferred way to get up here, is just hop that right there and then you're up. Bunny hopping. Bunny hopping is really important for jumping puzzles. Alright, here you just want to stay centered. Hug the left wall. He does say it. Yeah, there we go. And then here you jump, and then you get stabbed. There's no way around it. Ha 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 ha. I absolutely did. And then right here, you don't go. You wait. You'll see these spikes come out. When those spikes go, that's when you go. And it'll start breaking them out. You can see the spikes will start coming back through behind you. So you just, if you go with good timing, especially if you got the speed boost, it's not a problem at all. Where are ye? And it looks like you got to jump across that, and it's going to be terrifying, but you don't actually have to do any of that. You can just come right here. This is kind of the tricky jump right there. I think that's the one where I've actually screwed it up a couple times and ended up having to start over at the end of the jump, or the beginning of the jumping puzzle. This is the room. It looks all lit up. It's good to get a good look at it so you can kind of see what's going on in there, but it gets dark as soon as you walk up. You may see this torch right here. You can use that torch to light up your path, but if you have your light source like the backpack here, it doesn't matter. If you have a light source but it doesn't seem to be working, then check your settings, because I think on the graphics settings it's something like the shadows. If they're on low, then nope, none, nope. Let's see, shaders. If the shaders are on low, then the shadows don't show up from your backpack. So even if you're running on low settings, just crank that up and you'll be able to see just fine. And he occasionally might try to tease you, so you can use that to your advantage as well to see where you're going. Just don't expect it to stay up. And then, of course, you've got 3 paths, and you go through this one. I like to trick other people to go into the other ones, because if you fall through them, it will kill you, but then it'll revive you back up at the top again and give you another chance to try it. So it's kind of a fun joke to play on people. So there we are. We've done 3 puzzles so far. That's 25% done. Next, my next favorite spot to go is here in Ascalon to DS Plateau. And I'm going to start over here by the breached wall because I found that one to be incredibly easy. If you're not used to this one, it really helps to kill all the enemies that you encounter along the way. Because as I said, when you're in combat, you actually run slower. So let's go ahead and throw that on, and it's disgusting, so we'll hide it because I don't like tentacles on my back. It's nasty. And here we are. We'll just breeze past all of these guys. There's this ramp right here. This is where it begins. And if you just keep on it and hightail it, then you don't actually have to worry about fighting anything all the way up. It's pretty easy. That guy even tries to... Oop, that's the wrong way. Sorry. It's right over here. Normally you jump up here first, but because I have the speed boost, I can kind of get away with that. Just keep that in mind. And then we'll hop along this ledge right here. And ba-ding. That little notch right there is where you get up. This is one of the first ones that I figured out. It took a while to do it the first time for sure, and then I got really pretty proficient at it, I like to think. Some guys will pop up right here, but you can ignore them. Those guys try to attack you, but if you're quick enough... Oh, yep, that's a short jump right there. I think like you're more likely to fall right there than right there. That was a really risky move I just made. Another guy pops up, but you can ignore him too. And just come right over here. And this is kind of a tricky jump as well. So if you do slip and fall, just look around, try to get your bearings, and make sure that you didn't completely mess it up for yourself, because a lot of times you haven't. And you can at least recover a little bit, so you don't have to start the entire puzzle all over. And here we are. We're up at the top. There's this veteran right here. I don't care about him. I'm just going to go ahead and hop down. And I just finished that. You can see we're at... You can see puzzle jumpers at... Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. All right. Don't do it that way. Okay, here we are coming back up. And I actually suffer from some technical difficulties here. Alright, there we are. Puzzle jump complete. And so make sure you go stand next to that idiot over there. And you don't have to kill him unless you want the skill point. But I got that a long time ago. So the next puzzle we'll be doing, puzzle number 5, is just right across the field here. So I believe this one is the Crimson Plateau. Yeah, that looks right. So yeah, we just did the wall breach Blitz, and now is the Crimson Plateau. And to give a point of reference for it here, we've got, this is the Red Reef Mill waypoint. There's the mill right there. But you don't actually, because I start on the wall. I guess you could start with this one first too. Either way, you can do what you want. You don't even have to do these puzzles. I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help. And there you are. Just taking my assistance and throwing it in the trash. You're not really doing that, are you? Well, if you're hearing this, it's because you're watching the video and probably because you appreciate the help. So thank you. Thank you, wonderful viewers. Oh god, what is that? Why is that rock on my face? There we are. Okay. This one was really tricky to figure out initially. That bat's a jerk. We ignore it. He'll probably hit you. He almost always hits me. That was a fluke right there. So, here we are. We have to jump through this little hole in the wall. You can kind of see it there, the stuff on the other side. So, it is possible to overshoot it. Like if you bump it at the top of the wall too hard, then you miss it. But fortunately, you lose like 4 seconds in doing so. It's not really a big deal. But you come back here, you can kill all the armadillos if you want to, if you hate Texas. I don't hate Texas, but I do hate onions, so I kill those. And then run up these stairs. Yeah, it's kind of like playing Shadow of the Colossus on this one right here, but it had some pretty tricky puzzles and stuff too. And now this one actually has a legitimate chest at the end, unlike the wall breach Blitz. So I like to just kill this guy for being a jerk. Let's go ahead and make him blind too, so we can just sort of stand there. Stretch a little bit. No, don't think so. No, you're staying blind. You're not getting away. Yeah, that's what's going on. No, you can't escape this little ring of death. Sorry. And you're dead. Alright. So we open the grand chest. Get our happy loot. And then we're going to stay on this map, but map a little bit more. We're going to come up. This is where the big tall tower is with the cook and the catapult that launches cows over the harpy nests to hit the tower. That's the waypoint we're going to right there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the catapult. It's how you get that skill point up there. It's an amazing thing. It's hilarious. This area is really dangerous, especially if you're not like full level. It can be really helpful to bring friends with you if it's your first time up here, but it's not required. Let's see, there's a sweet spot right there. We go, and you can just sort of hug this wall, and most of the cans and stuff can't hit you here. And then you're gonna have these enemies. If you just beeline it straight past everything. What is a beeline? Is that? I mean, bees don't fly in a straight line. This looks like a tricky jump, but it's not really that bad. So there we are. We're past all of those enemies. They think they're so smart. And you can destroy any of this crap if you want to, if you're feeling like you don't trust it right there. That guy is trying to block me as though I were attacking him. Whoa, whoa. So some of this tower is really weird. I like to try to get the right camera angles, but it seems like it's sort of tricky. Not in that the difficulty level of any of these jumps are particularly hard, but dealing with the camera is. So, whoa, oh, and that's exactly what I mean. That actually is not where I usually screw up. So, go me. You get a second look at how this is done, I guess. So as long as you don't fall all the way down, you don't really lose your progress. You don't really have to re-enter combat. But there are some guys up at the top that really want your blood. So you can angle the camera a little bit to try to get those spots. I like to point the camera down when doing jumps like that. Oh, now I'm all nervous because I screwed up in a spot I don't normally. On this one, it's if you're too close, then you bump your head on those rocks, basically. So I like to try to get on the outside edge and just sort of hop around it like that. These guys, you don't have to engage them. It's a rich silver vein right here, which is cool. It's a veteran right there, so he's not too hard to kill. I don't know how much I care about silver, so we're not really going to do too much of that. Next, we're going to make a run down to South Sun Cove. I believe they've changed South Sun Cove so that you can actually take boat travel right here. I may have to kill this guy to get us free. So let's go ahead and just get that out of the way. Yeah, come on, put on the bleeding, whatever it is that you're doing. Here, we'll just kill everything. Everything's dead. No, like, oh god, he's gonna light me on fire. Ghost trebuchets. Did that count as breaking combat? No, no such luck. Alright. Well, you can't block death. Not forever. Okay, so South Sun Cove, I think they made it so that you can actually take boat travel all the way to Pearl Islet, which is where the Under New Management jumping puzzle begins, which is incredibly easy, actually, compared to some of the ones that we just did. So, once this loads, I always have stuff to say, and then as soon as I'm in a loading screen, I'm like, So this did not used to have these cool banners and things with these little holograms in front of them, but they do now. Regardless, you can, if you've got a high enough level character, you can make the trek down here. If not, there are some other jumping puzzles. This one's just so very easy that if you've come down to South Sun with any of your characters, it's easy enough to just add this one to the 12. So that's why it's included. And you can jump down here and then jump over there, but I like to be ballsy and just jump straight to it. And then you can jump from there over to this and come down this way, but again, I'm extreme. So let's see on this side. Yep. It's a little tricky here, but I don't know. If you have trouble with these jumps, then you'll probably need a little bit more practice at your JPs. So there we are. That one is short, sweet, and easy. Oh, I got a barrel crystal. Next on our list is going to be Coddler's Cove. Again, this is one that if you just do a bit of jumping regularly. Where is it? It's down here in... Oh, that's contested. I just changed my mind because that's a pain. Coddler's Cove is you have to jump across these little glowy ball things, and it's kind of tricky. So we're going to change it to... Where is it? Shaman's Rookery right here instead. We're going to do that one because it's also pretty easy. It's really, really easy if you have some way to apply stability to yourself, but not exactly necessary if you just pay attention to the red rings on the ground, as we will be looking at momentarily.
Fit and feisty.
I like Coddler's Cove. One of the things about it is there's a spot where you can fall and die, but if you do, then a baby quaggan comes up and revives you, which is just like hilariously awesome. So I've grown fond of that. It did have a high level of difficulty, but it was very meditative for me to figure that one out. I know not everyone shares my feelings about jumping puzzles, but there it is. That's it. Oh, whoa! We ran straight past the entrance. So this one's not too super obvious. You may have seen it right here. That's it. It's this little cave entrance here. So on the map is this. That's the entrance where it's all glowy. I don't know how it looks when you haven't viewed the entire map. So just try it. Whoa! Oh, that's what happens when you screw up, just for the record. If you do have stability, like Plague is a great one. I really like it. It helps a lot because none of that stuff will knock you off. But let's see. Not all professions have the fortune of being able to apply 20 seconds of stability to themselves. But if you're having a lot of trouble with a jumping puzzle that you just want to get through once, then it's okay to ask your guardian friend to come shout stability on you. I think the warrior has a party shout as well. If the red ring is blinking, then it's actively going to make you fall. So you can jump around them without too much trouble. The one that's actually a little bit more, you can just run straight past that guy or he's going to give you trouble. Right over here, oh, ignore him. If you get too close to those wolves, I think they fear you. If you're lucky enough to get the right angle on it, then they won't fear you off the ledge. Watch out for these ravens here. Oh, 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 that was some luck. I was too busy talking about getting feared. I almost died. These bears, one of these things fears you. So you just have to be vigilant on this one. Usually it's good to just keep moving. And then here we are at the end. These guys think they're awesome. They come over here to start trouble. It's a low-level zone, so you can just sort of pummel the crap out of them, and it's all over very quickly, and you can come in here and get the chest. Hooray! So now we're 2/3 done with Puzzle Jumper. We only have 4 more to go. And we're going to go ahead and go down here to Dredge Haunt Cliffs. And actually, the Sorrow's Embrace waypoint is the best one for it. You can run through there, but Sorrow's Embrace, you don't actually need to use the little shield protection cover thing. There's an item right by that Tribulation waypoint that allows you to protect yourself from all the explosions going along. You know what? Since this is a guide, and it's not just me trying to take my sweet time and make this easy, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of show how to do that, because I'll assume that not all of you have necessarily been down this way before. And so there is this Priory Supply Crate, and you grab yourself... Oh, what? Nope, what? That's not what I meant. Where is it? Nope. Who does this? Now I look like an ass. Alright, hey, guys. Give me a shield generator thingy. Apparently, they won't give it to you unless you haven't already finished it. So, alright, forget that. Whatever. Because it does help you complete the heart. It's actually one of the best ways to complete the heart. Because you can do it from the safety of the jumping puzzle we're about to go to. However, you can just hug this right wall, ignore all the dredge on the way up, and we just need to go up this ramp right here. And if you're quick about it, you can avoid combat completely on the way. Huzzah! And now we are securely away from all the dredge that could be bothering you. Whoa, what's going on over there? Oh, mortars. So jump across that. This is a good place to use swiftness. There are a couple jumps. That one's kind of a wide jump, but there are a couple jumps that are truly terrifying. So there we are up there. And let's see, if you walk along that right there, you can come over this way and get up here. Alternately, one of the other options is, I think there's another way to go about doing that, where you can like hop your way up here, but I'm not confident enough in remembering what that is, so we'll just stick to what I know. And here we are up at the top. You've kind of got 2 options here. One of the things that you can do is just come over. Oh, alright, I'll stick to what I know. That jump's a little tricky. You just aim right for that corner right there, and you can get it without too much trouble. And no, I don't know what I'm thinking of. I do know what I'm thinking of, and I was just jumping the gun on this. You can make this jump. If you aim right for that spot right there, you can make that jump. I recommend doing that with swiftness if you're trying to do it. The other safer option that doesn't involve you possibly killing yourself is if you jump around that little bend right there, because failing just means you fall right back down there and can try again, is you get to come up here and again aim for that spot right there, and you're totally safe. So then you got one more jump. If you got swiftness, you can jump up there, but you don't need it. You can just sort of aim down there and you're good, since you end up at the same place. And then you can just sort of walk down these. And there you are. There's the vista. Hug this little edge. You can grab your vista, and then once you get it, you want to walk right up here. There's this guy who thinks he's so cool. We're going to see if we can open the chest before... Oh, no, he did damage to me. it's a big pain to fight that guy, but we're at 75% puzzle jumper. I don't care enough about whatever's in that chest right now, so we're going to continue on to this little ice cave here. These guys will freeze you. Getting frozen, I don't know if you realize this, reduces your movement speed by, I think it's 66% plus you're in combat, so massively slow down. You don't want to have that happen. If you can, I just fell, and that would have been a big deal. So don't do that. That's the wrong thing to do. You actually need to jump when you come up here. So there's your little jump, and then from this point, when those ice traps drop, just try to avoid them. And come on down. Down to that next. Oh my god. Okay, so no, go ahead, laugh at me. I can take it. Being in combat right there is not really a big deal. With the speed boost, that will put chilled on, or what is it, frozen. Okay, now I actually made the jump, and you just gotta hook around that corner and get onto this. And this is where you kind of want to bunny hop your way up so you don't accidentally slip down and fall all the way. So you can avoid most of the combat in this one. It's not really a big deal to have to fight those guys. It's really good to keep moving, because then those ice things don't drop on your head and slow you way the hell down. And oh, ow. And then you creep slightly up here, hop on, oh, land, there we are. Oh, now I'm freezing. Alright, I'm just gonna kill this guy, because he's a jerk face, and I hate him. And then we can go on our happy way. So get yourself kind of up to the edge of that and jump up here. When in doubt, wait it out. So we hop up these little bits of ledges, and then you just make the leap of faith right there. Oh. And then if you move quickly, the timing's fine, and you don't have to worry about freezing. So there we are. And then the next jump is another little leap of faith right there. Then we're pretty much home free, I think, at this point. There's one more bridge we got to run across. Ignore that guy. He's an idiot. Ignore this guy. He's also an idiot. And then hop that, hop that, hop that. You're done. So there we are. I feel a little bit better. That one was by far the most nerve-wracking. If you want to continue on through this cave, kill ice imps, ice elementals, whatever, that's cool. But ultimately, this drops you down into this, which you may remember from being the south part of this mine. You might have stumbled across it like, what is the point of this little water hole down here? And that's what it is. Yay, grit. And so yeah, you can, if you end up down there and you have stuff up here, if you want to get to that, that's one way to get to it. Otherwise, the entrance is, I think it's this spot right here. It leads under there, but that's kind of a tricky one. So anyway, last one we're going to do here is King Jalis's Refuge, which is here we are, Wayfarer Foothills, and it is not Wayfarer. It's Snowden Drift. Sorry, it's over on this side right here. King Jalis's Refuge. And I'm going to say that's the closest waypoint to it. This one's also particularly easy, but it does involve killing a veteran. Rather, it requires killing a veteran. Many of them can involve killing a veteran, but this one truly, you can't get to the chest until you kill him. It didn't used to be that way. You used to be able to just, have one guy run interference or something, everybody else could go loot the chest, but they did change it so there's a door that stays shut until you defeat the boss in this puzzle. So we'll just run past all these wolfy wolves. There's a little gift package right there. Oh god. We'll see if I can do a little bonus hilarity at the end of all this, because it just might be worth it. Herb sprouts. The plants do have a fairly high drop rate for unidentified dye, which I don't open anymore because they're worth way too much money. And I'll take my chances with having all the money. Alright, so here we are in King Jalis' Refuge. You can see all the dead guys. There are these bandits that'll show up in here. If you don't get past them, they will mess you up. So if they do tag you in combat, just kill them. Looters, not bandits. Sorry. And wait for your combat to end. And then you're good on that. This one has a bit of a tricky jumping bit to it. There's no. This one does not have.
Freezing.
This one does not have an extra chest in it. I was thinking of another one momentarily. So this is sort of a bit of tricky jumping. I like to point the camera as straight down as possible and just kind of be careful with tapping the keys. And then, whoop, there we are. Kill this veteran. Retaliation's good. And then we'll take damage from him just to make sure he eats it. There we are. Event succeeded. Get some karma, get some experience, get some, did I do my, I did my thing wrong. Okay, well we could still go to Coddler's Cove. What did I do instead? Alright, now I've messed up my whole thing. The one I was thinking of just a moment ago is actually Demongrub Pits right here, which is kind of a pain to get to, but it's fairly easy to get through. So this is the closest waypoint right here in Queensdale, and so we're going to go ahead and just run that one. I'd put on this list Shaman's Rookery. I don't know why, because Shaman's Rookery is not particularly easy. Oh, no, we already did Shaman's Rookery. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I had 6 on this list. I'm dumb. I thought I had an extra. I didn't have an extra. So Coddler's Cove, we cut off of there. I would say Demongrub Pits is a little bit easier than Coddler's Cove. If you wanted to go to Coddler's Cove, it is the one that's. It doesn't take very long if you manage to get it right on your first try, but it's down in here. It's up against this south wall. But I think this one's easier, and when that waypoint's contested, the travel time really isn't that much different anyhow. Anywho, how, what. And there's a defeated player there, so we might be able to have the added benefit of reviving somebody. And since most people just map out as soon as they're dead, he's either got a friend over there, or... oh, he just mapped out. So... I was going to say, or he's going to have a bunch of broken armor, and this is going to be hilarious. Do you hate centaurs? I hate centaurs. Let's kill all the centaurs. Yay! Can't trample me when you're stuck in one spot. Alright. Lots of loot. Terrible loot, but nonetheless, this is the entrance to Demongrub Pits here. Here we go. There's this hilarious person... wherever they may be, it's like, I'll run for it. Like, go for it. Don't underestimate yourself. I'm sure you can make it if you try. Like, yeah, I'll try it.
This time I can do it. Yeah, no problem.
So let's see you do it. Go for it. That's the chest I was thinking of before.
That's a long way down.
Yes,
No,
it's a good long way down.
I'm big, brave, strong. That's right.
Go for it. So the reason they have this NPC, as far as I know,
Set,
I haven't
go.
like read this officially on the forums or anything.
No, I can't.
is because you're supposed to be able to jump over here to continue on the puzzle. It has like a dummy chest that you come over this way and you're like, hey, I see the chest, I'm gonna go get it, and that'll be the end of the jumping puzzle or whatever. I guess it wasn't really clear that this was a jumping puzzle at all. So you got your veteran cave spider right there. We're going to ignore it because I don't care enough. And unless, oh, there we go. So if you do fall down there, this is the way up right here. That was a lot of poison, just for the record. So anyway, that's not the end of this area. It is over here. So that's how you jump down there, you stupid girl. So here we are. From there, you jump down here, and then you go avoid all these bats. Again, if you're fast enough. Oh, all right. It's personal now. Just die. Die. Oh, can't even. Nope. Oh, we brought some extra. Brought on the heat. There we are. Okay, so they won't bother us for a while here, or anymore. And I've seen a lot of people mess these jumps up a lot. So don't feel bad if you don't just like blast through it. You can jump to that one. I found it's more secure to jump to this one first. So here we are. We got Skelk. You can ignore them. They try to go all cloaky, and you're just like, no, I evade all of you and run past. Yay! And then creep in through this bit right here. This there's kind of an interesting way that I go about this. These ooze they'll pin you. They'll entangle you, ensnare, or whatever it is, the little chains around you. So to finish the jumping puzzle, I don't even remember if you have to go near the chest at all. I think you just have to come out here. So we'll find out. We'll find out. Is that it? Nope. This is the exit. Alright, I was mistaken. But you don't have to open the chest to complete any of the jumping puzzles. Just running up to it is good enough. So if you get up to the chest, you try to open it, and then the boss shows up and kills you, you're still okay. You finish the puzzle technically. There's a veteran chromatic ooze, and there's the chest right down there. And if you're super duper careful, I don't know if they've tightened up the aggro rings here. But there we are, Puzzle Jumper Monthly done. But it used to be possible to walk up here, especially if another person aggroed these enemies, to walk up here and get close enough to the chest to open it. But now you do aggro them, and so c'est la vie, you know. So just kill them all, kill everything. 20 seconds of killing everything. See, even if they... Oh wait, they can't pin me because you have stability with this on. So... Yep, the chromatic oozes are really obnoxious, so it's good to have any like DOT that you can drop on them to make sure that you don't have to actually maintain combat with them, because they will. Yeah, they're incredibly obnoxious. So there we are. So there you go, jumping puzzle's done, and what I was going to show earlier when I was like, there might be a bonus, is that you can actually get trapped inside of one of the gift packages, which I sort of discovered accidentally earlier today. So we're going to go ahead and just do that, because I remember where it is, right over here. It'll be easy enough to get to it. And then I'll just kill the little toys that pop out of it, and let it reform around me. Yay! So there you are. I hope you got some benefit from seeing the 12 jumping puzzles of Wintersday. And yeah, I'll try to do more guidely things. In Guild Wars 1, I did a whole lot of guides and explanations for stuff, but I feel like a lot of people got on top of that for Guild Wars 2, and it was sort of discouraging to me. But I'll try to do more of that in the future, I suppose. Maybe things that are more uniquely Samtastic. In the meantime, They're all dead, so we'll get our little gift. We'll open our little gift. Oh my god, I have so much crap in here. I was working on increasing my artificer. So I crafted like every single potion that I could that I hadn't made already. That wasn't a unique recipe. But there's a lot of stuff here.
Manufactured to the highest standards.
If you're not familiar with that little guy, that's the copper-fed salvage-o-matic. Totally worth it. It's hilarious.
Target destroyed.
Yeah. And it makes salvaging stuff super easy, because if you have like more than 25 things in your massive inventory, like I so often seem to, then it takes care of it. I got 150. I might actually gain up to 72% luck right here. Fingers crossed. Nope. Nope. So close. Oh my god, 30 luck to go. Hey. 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 Oh, how about that wolf? Keep things entertaining, you know. Nobody wants to be bored. Hey there, stalker. Oh, they're gonna bring friends. Come in all close and die. And I don't actually know how long it takes the gift to reappear, because last time this happened, I think I was AFK and I walked back and I laughed. Oh! Oh no! Grrr. Okay. Well, I'm gonna find the place where I can go AFK, because that really sucks. It was in Dredgehaunt. There's... Oh, no. Right now we just need to deal with these, what are they? Yep, princess dolls. These are by far the most terrifying. But you can do this and they can't do anything about it. Look, 20 stacks of confusion. Is that just totally ridiculous or what? Because to me that seems totally ridiculous. That'll kill you in like 5 seconds. You.
And feisty.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my god, finally. You have no idea how much time I spent trying to get trapped in this stupid thing. Trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. Here we are. Here is one thing that I actually found kind of entertaining about it. Is when you're mashed up against it just right. I'm trapped in a box. I think when it's like translucent with these little shoulder things, it looks kind of like a jellyfish. I think. But unfortunately, this particular box is a little out of the way, so you're not likely going to have another person show up. I've kind of been amused just by the idea that somebody would walk up and see a box with the crying person inside of it, but you know, this is where it happened. Alright, I'm done. Please click like, subscribe. And you will see me later. You will see me later.